What's going on, yeah? So, this is it. Um, Monday night here in Houston, September 22nd, Larry Durker's birthday. And I just got back from the Houston SABR meeting at the Spaghetti Western Italian Cafe restaurant in Houston. Back at the hotel now. Tomorrow's the day we head back home. As far as tonight, I've seen all the meetings so far over Zoom. This being my first one in person, it felt a little surreal. It definitely felt different. Seeing the people in person seemed like Mr. Thompson's voice boomed a little more than it does online. I got there and about an hour early, and me and my father, we go in just to get a lay of the land and see where we're going. We find the room, and we see Mr. Thompson there. We meet him, and then we go get stuff, and we set up a table, put everything on, and people start rolling in, so they can eat and stuff before the meeting. And I'm actually eating the meal that I got, a burger and fries. I couldn't eat it while I was there because I was talking. But I set up the table at the front, and I sit down, and meeting starts at 7 o'clock Central Time, as it usually does. And while the usuals were there, Scipio Spanks, who I'd invited, he did show up, and as always, great guy, really nice, fantastic. And still trying to wrap my head around everything. Let's see. I get introduced essentially. Joshua Adams, my publisher, he was watching online, and so I actually asked if he would introduce me, and he did. So I get up there to the stage, and I kind of see the big light shining on me, caught me off guard a little bit for the projection. I had imagined before what this night would be like. But like it is in a lot of cases, you don't know till you're there. And I went through what I knew. I'd practiced the speech before. I knew what I was talking about. All I had to do was talk about it, and I did. I gave them a good presentation. I hope I didn't go too long. I think they didn't have time for the trivia contest afterward. They just asked me to ask a question about the team, and so I did. I asked them, one Astro won an off-season award after the 1971 season. Who won it and which award? And I'm surprised nobody got it pretty soon, but somebody in the far corner said Doug Rader won the Golden Gloves, and that was the answer. And so they won a free copy of the book. That's what they do at the SABR meetings, which is pretty cool. And Mr. Thompson, real hospitable, definitely. Most of the guys there are. And I got to hear Mr. Spanks tell more stories at the table. I remember as I was talking, it was really cool because Mr. Spinks, experienced a lot of things I was talking about. So, I maybe mentioned something, and he would, if it's something he remembered he didn't like, he'd grunt, or if it's something he liked, he'd react positively. So it was real cool. a couple times while I was talking, he added something to what I was talking about. And so I think that added value. My father was talking about it too on the way home, on the way back here. That felt like having somebody there who lived it, be able to confirm or add on to what I was talking about, really added value. And that's why I think what I feel like is weighing on me right now. The only thing I wish had been different about tonight, I wish Larry Durker had been there. I really do. Tal Smith too, but he told me we weren't going to be able to be there. I hadn't heard from Larry Durker since March. Yeah, he said he was finished with the questions. There'll always be more. If you need a blurb for the back cover, let me know. I got back to him about that. I gave him some time before I did, but I still hadn't heard from him. And I know he's on vacation right now for his birthday. You know, I just wish he'd have been able to be there. I understand, why he was. Celebrating your birthday, I get that. I just wish he would have been able to. So I think he'd add some stories too. And I think he appreciates what I'm doing, or what I've done. It's over now. This was it. Weekend is coming to a close. We fly back out tomorrow. And be back to it. Hoping to hear feedback. By the way, Orange Crust. Hoping to hear feedback from folks about the book and what they think, particularly Mr. Spanks, Mr. Smith, and Mr. Durker, because the special events guy, Mike McCroskey, he got a book, and he took the ones for Tal Smith and Larry Durker, and he's going to give them to those guys. So, I'm hoping that they'll listen to the meeting, because we also sang happy birthday to Larry Durker. Yeah, we did do that. I'm hoping both of them, Smith and Durker, will listen, go back and watch the meeting, and read the book, and then reach back out to me, maybe give me a call or something like that, or set up a call. I can get their feedback on it. I think that'd be cool promotional stuff too. Would be to get their feedback on it. I could release that around opening day of next year or something like that. Get feedback from these guys. Have a phone call, video call, put them on my channel. What you think of the book, and get their recollections of different things. So, not necessarily I like that idea. I'm going to try to do that. But anyways, I told them at the SABR meeting, and I'm telling you here now, those of you who have done anything to help with this project, I thank you so much. This has been quite an experience of putting all this together, daring to think in this way of the hypothetical. It takes a lot. I was daring enough to do it, and if you help me out, my gratitude is beyond expression. It is. By the time I got here, staying at this hotel with the Astros significance, selling copies at the Astros game, including to the PA announcer, going to the Sugar Land game yesterday, speak at the SABR meeting, having an Astros player who was on the late 60s and early 70s teams, on the 1971 team, in person, present during my presentation, and he felt like I did such an amazing job. He actually added to it, in the times we've been conversing, he thought I was black. that was pretty funny. Mr. Thompson also thought I was going to be a little taller, but in on a camera, I probably do look a little taller. I'm 5'8 1/4. I usually don't mention that a quarter because then it sounds a little desperate. Um, but most people don't. They say you're not 5'8. You maybe 5'10, 5'11. I get some people saying I'm 6 foot. I don't really care about that. To me, what kind of person you are matters a lot more. And for those of you who contributed to my efforts, and they were extensive, but I enjoyed all of it. Thank you so much. If you've bought a copy already, thank you so much. If you have not bought one already, please go do so. And then my thank you so much will apply to you too. And if you get it and you read it, reach out to me and let me know what you think. My email address is in the back of the book, in the About the Author section. If you have my phone number, reach out to me too. Feel free to call if you want to. Doesn't matter to me. Give me your feedback. I want to know what people are thinking. If you like it, leave reviews online too. Maybe Amazon or Goodreads. Leave reviews. Yeah, put them out there. Put reviews out there. That's how we get this thing bigger. Because this is a project that I could not do online, and I didn't want to. And so I enlisted help, and people who gave me help. I just so much appreciate it. Sucks I'm having to go back home tomorrow already, but this has been a blessing of a weekend. God is truly good, and He is alive. All glory to Him, because He created me in His image to be able to do what I've done. Thank you so much, everybody.